Today on Inside the Blueprint, finding your corporate NorthStar, a clean, sustainable energy solution. How Geek Plus is providing the automation and logistics for Soccer.com, a family-run sports online retailer. Solving today's talent shortage with apprenticeships that work, and helping patients live better lives through purpose-driven pharmaceuticals. Let's go Inside the Blueprint. Achieving renewable, sustainable decarbonization goals involves complex solutions. Far too many organizations jump to decarbonization solutions without factoring in their business goals. Inside the Blueprint traveled to the Great Lakes to see how one decarbonization solution provider takes a client-first approach, offering businesses a flexible, innovative, smarter, and better path to net zero. Being able to first identify and then implement energy project and process improvements are top priorities for this decarbonization solutions provider, NorthStar Clean Energy.
We see a lot of companies these days making aggressive decarbonization goals, and that's amazing. The issue that we find at NorthStar is that until they come up with a great partner to work with, there's a lot of complexity for them to navigate. The first issue they deal with is just understanding themselves, understanding all of their carbon emissions, understanding the cost of it all. Figuring that out takes a lot of work. Second, figuring out what they're going to do about it. Are they going to use renewables? And if so, what technology? How do they make sure they're getting the best bang for their buck in the cost? And third, that's going to get them 80 or 90% of the way there to their net zero goal. But what are they going to do to get that last 20% or so? And that's where carbon removals, like we're doing at Filer City, can really come into play.
I'm standing in front of the Filer City power plant. This plant generates enough electricity annually to power over 70,000 homes. This plant was developed by NorthStar Clean Energy and Tandu Energy Systems over 30 years ago, and that partnership still owns and operates this facility. Although you see a coal pile behind me here, and we do clean coal as much as we can here, we are converting by 2025 to biomass wood chips. Now, these are wood chips that otherwise would be going into landfill and over time releasing carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. By bringing those wood chips here, we're generating electricity, and by 2026, we'll have built a carbon capture plant to capture the emissions from that biomass generation. We're really excited about this project, with construction starting in 2024.
TES Filer City Station was built with state-of-the-art pollution control equipment. We have 2 scrubbers, 2 bag houses. The scrubbers reduce sulfur dioxide emissions by 90%, and the bag houses reduce particulate by up to 99%.
Creating and defining long-term strategies. Core value propositions for sustainable, cost-friendly energy infrastructure, build-outs, and implementation. NorthStar Clean Energy's president, Brian Hartman, explains.
At NorthStar, we offer our clients 3 main products to help them reach their decarbonization goals. First, we offer utility-scale renewables. This comes from solar, wind, and storage all across the country. Second, we offer on-site renewables and storage. This helps our customers reach their decarbonization goals while also reducing their utility bills. And finally, we offer carbon removals. We do this through biomass with carbon capture and sequestration, and that's what we're transitioning to here at Filer City. At NorthStar, there's really 2 things that differentiate us. First, it's how we work with our clients. We get to know them deeply so that we can understand their business and decarbonization goals and find the best pathway to get there. Second, it's the suite of products that we offer. Whether it's front-of-the-meter renewables, on-site renewables and storage, or carbon removals, we have everything they need to hit their net zero goals in-house. It's this combination of how we work and what we offer that really separates NorthStar.
What's it like to work with NorthStar Clean Energy? Let's talk about our long-term trusting relationship and partnership with General Motors. We've put together a collaborative process designed to save costs for both parties in the renewable space. A couple of examples: a 105 megawatt wind project in Northwest Ohio serving their Fort Wayne, Indiana facility. A 200 megawatt solar project just completed in Arkansas serving their southern territories.
NorthStar's Great Lakes Bioenergy with carbon capture and sequestration is helping clients decarbonize for cleaner water, atmosphere, and planet.
The clients that we partner with are at various stages of their decarbonization journey. And at NorthStar Clean Energy, we're proud to help them every step of the way. Let's focus here at Filer City. In 2026, when our bioenergy and carbon capture plant facility is complete, we'll be able to offer them a large range of products, including 30 megawatts of biomass generated energy and capacity, 250,000 renewable energy credits, 500,000 carbon removal credits, contract structures that make them more tax efficient. All this just from this site.
One of the main questions we get from our clients is, what is the difference between a carbon offset and a carbon removal? A carbon offset is really geared at maintaining the balance of carbon in the atmosphere. So you can think of it similar to renewable energy. You use energy in your process, but if that is coming from a renewable source, there's no change in the balance of carbon in the atmosphere. A carbon removal, by contrast, is geared towards removing the amount of carbon from the atmosphere. You can do that through biomass plus carbon capture and sequestration, like we're doing here at Filer City. The idea is the trees absorb the carbon from the atmosphere, and then they're used in a manufacturing process. The waste wood from that process can then go to a landfill in which it would decompose and the carbon would go back into the atmosphere. But instead, we take that wood waste, we run it through our biomass plant, we capture the carbon, and we sequester it deep underground. This creates a carbon removal.
Here at Filer City, we have an operating power plant and operating staff. We have ample biomass supply. We have a grant from the Department of Energy supporting our engineering. We also have the right geological and sequestration partner. Simply put, there is no place in America better suited for the first bioenergy and carbon capture facility.
If I can leave you with one thing, it's that setting aggressive decarbonization goals is a great first step, but the real challenge is in execution. Execution requires a partner you can trust with deep experience and expertise. NorthStar Clean Energy has the expertise to make your decarbonization goals a reality.
Discover what an experienced energy ally can do for your organization's decarbonization initiatives. Visit NorthStarCleanEnergy.com. Robots and automation are now serving companies from global giants to remarkable e-commerce ventures. Soccer.com began 40 years ago with the publication of a 24-page catalog. Two entrepreneurial teenagers started a small family business based on their love of the beautiful game. In the first days of the internet, they had the foresight and business instincts to purchase the URL soccer.com. Now they've positioned themselves as major players on the global business soccer pitch, and they're partnering with robotics leader Geek Plus.
I think that where we look at technology, in the past we would have seen it as supporting growth. Now we see technology as leading growth. What we look for is to say, if we could do this, this would make our business exponentially better. It's really critical for us to have those that are looking at the challenges in the same way that we do.
So the ability to utilize technology from partners like Geek Plus allows us to build out that scale, build out that flexibility, and really be able to allow our club partners to focus on what's most important, which is the players.
As Soccer.com continues to expand, their automation solutions require partners with adaptability and scalability that are able to customize systems for their unique needs and future growth.
The system is based on AMRs, autonomous mobile robots, that bring a rack, as you can see behind me, filled with totes. With Pop Pick, now instead of having static locations where a picker would have to travel in between aisles, sometimes taking several minutes to complete one task, it is an improved experience from the standpoints of higher productivity and a lot less strenuous activity. And it is just cool working with robots.
I love it. I mean, being here for 11 years and not having this process, it was really challenging because you Had some people who were smaller, shorter than others, and the barcodes are easier. We're able to scan quicker. With Geek Plus, it's a lot faster. I've always loved gadgets, and this is a bigger gadget than me, but I know there's more to come. I look forward to it.
Geek Plus uses robots in a order fulfillment solution provider. We are global. We're in 6 of the 7 continents. We're in 43 countries. We have well over 700 installations and approaching well over 40,000 robots in use. Our first engagement with soccer.com, as we went through their requirements, it was a very unique application. We've learned a lot together. We've learned how their business works. They've learned about our products, the different ways to apply it. And it's been a very, very good partnership. So I think that clearly demonstrates our ability to be flexible, scalable, and the fact that you can actually make changes to our system without taking the system down. You're able to expand it, reconfigure it, all while it's running. And we look forward to our continued relationship. As they grow, we're going to grow.
2022, we had 4 pop pick stations. We quickly grew to 6 pop pick stations. In the very near future, we're going to expand this warehouse to a full 11 pop pick stations with plans to fully grow out this footprint to 15 pop pick stations by the summer of 2026. We're very comfortable with our partnership moving forward.
Soccer.com offers thousands of items, many of which can be customized. A single customer may belong to a club with hundreds of other players who all have individual needs and expectations.
It takes lots of pieces: bagger automation, heat press automation, robot arms that build customer order uniforms that are used on the field, goods to person automation with the Geek Plus partnership. We need that in order to make the experience with the customer better and faster.
Customization is the enemy of speed, and we don't take products and just put them in a bag and ship it out the door. Automation provides us scale. Geek Plus processes provide the opportunity really to push back and make those customization products come to market faster for the families.
It has a level of complexity that could be managed over weeks. We're managing it over hours and days.
It was actually a very unique application that we don't see every day. We are able to consolidate large orders, hold them, and then when the orders are ready from all their different departments, release them at the same time and pick them as one order and ship them. So it was truly a development effort. I couldn't ask for a better customer to work with and a better partnership. Geek Plus is here to stay, and we're truly a partner, and we know that we're not going to leave until you're happy.
For more information about Geek Plus and Soccer.com, visit their websites. Or for more on everything on our show today, visit our website, InsideTheBlueprint.com. Manufacturing is essential to the American economy in the 21st century, and the future of manufacturing requires a highly skilled, technologically savvy workforce. That workforce is suffering from a critical talent shortage. The Marshall Advanced Manufacturing Center, or MAMC, in Huntington, West Virginia, is recognized as a national leader in bridging the skills gap in American manufacturing. Apprenticeship Works, its national apprenticeship program, is helping businesses of all sizes, from sole proprietors to Fortune 500, to develop the skilled talent they need to thrive. President of Marshall University and a motivating force at the Advanced Manufacturing Center is Brad D. Smith, Marshall alumni and former CEO of Intuit.
The Marshall Advanced Manufacturing Center provides tailored, customized solutions to help prepare the workforce for the 21st century. We do this by empowering manufacturers and makers, help them move their innovative ideas from concept to end market. And we do this by providing expertise and leading-edge technology that they can get access to so that their individual employees and their future employees can get the skills and the training they need to participate in this 21st century.
MAMC offers training in exciting new skill areas, including the first ever Additive Manufacturing Apprenticeship, developed along with the National Additive Manufacturing Innovation Institute, America Makes, industry partners, and the U.S. Department of Labor.
The Department of Labor reached out to us. They saw us develop an apprenticeship with a large corporation with multiple sites around the country, and they liked the model that we used. The approach that we took was really probably the secret sauce. We worked directly with the employer to develop what they need and customized what was on offer to fit their need. And that employer is still using the apprenticeship program, and the Department of Labor really liked our mindset, which is let's meet industry where they are, be flexible, be customizable, and deliver the best that a higher education center for advanced manufacturing has to offer, but do it with an industry mindset and be nimble.
Apprenticeship Works really wants to focus on serving the employers. We provide a customer service person to each employer that we're working with. They serve as an intermediary to DOL. We get them through all the parts that they may not be able to do themselves, and we really pride ourselves on that customer service with the company.
The Marshall Advanced Manufacturing Center has assisted more than 6,300 manufacturers across the country and delivered training to almost 30,000 individuals. The focus is on training in high-value skills that will be in demand for decades to come. New technologies such as 3D printing and robotics. MAMC not only partners with large employers nationally, but also smaller businesses and individual entrepreneurs.
My company is Level 1 Fasteners, and it basically manufactures nuts and bolts and studs for the Navy. For the submarines are our main customers, as well as the aircraft carriers. Fasteners means basically nuts and bolts and studs and things that hold bits and pieces onto submarines and ships. It's a family business. It was started by my grandfather and my father in 1959. Our parts have really high tolerance. They're very special materials, the super alloys and things like that. Our relationship with the Marshall Advanced Manufacturing Center is several-fold, actually. So one, we hire their apprentices if we need employees. Two, we have an apprenticeship program. We do training on the job, and they get paid just like a regular employee. They go through the classes, but they get the training with us. The collaboration with the center has really provided us with employees that have more technical skill early on and have the ability to do more advanced programming. It just allows new people to get up to speed quicker. Their graduates are highly sought after.
The apprentice gets put on a pathway for professional development and a pathway to grow their skill sets with that company that they're working for. On the job, hands-on training, that's what it's all about. The employer is going to gain a training playbook for their company and a pathway to continue this over multiple years. Allows you another way to upskill current workers and put them on a pathway for professional development to increase loyalty, reduce turnover, and fill those difficult workforce shortages your company's facing.
Companies large and small can benefit from this forward thinking. MAMC is also inspiring individual entrepreneurs to take advantage of all the center has to offer.
I moved back to West Virginia, where I'm originally from, to stay near my parents. I heard about some type of robotic machining, manufacturing at Marshall. And just on the off chance, I called down here and talked to one of the counselors, Carol, and came down for a tour. They walked me through the process of what these robotic machines could do, and I was pretty much hooked. I learned how to run a variety of different machining centers. There's vertical machines, Swiss turns, 5-axis machines, and it's all one-on-one instruction. With that training, I was then able to turn around and start designing and producing my own parts. Or local businesses would present me with blueprints and ask me if I could make that part for them. And that's basically how the business started. Within the first month, I had orders for over 3,000 parts.
We believe it's the combination of having great skilled trades, great innovative research, and bringing those two together in the 21st century that will create the biggest inventions for our communities. So what gets me excited about the Advanced Manufacturing Center is it's an and, it's not an or. We bring people in, we get them exposed to the newest, most innovative technologies, we teach them the skills they need, and then they go out and they have a big impact in the community.
To learn more about Apprenticeship Works and all the innovative programs offered by the Marshall Advanced Manufacturing Center, visit mfg.marshall.edu or our website, InsideTheBlueprint.com. Biosimilars, biological products that are FDA approved and are highly similar to existing FDA approved biological products. Biosimilars are large, complex molecules produced from living organisms. They're used to safely and effectively treat many illnesses, including cancer.
I worked as a pharmacist from 1994 to 2002, and working as a pharmacist to become part of the community. And I had first-hand experience of dealing with hundreds and thousands of patients, and I saw the challenge of affordability really firsthand when they had to many times pick between whether they're going to spend money on food, going to a restaurant, or spend money on prescription drugs.
As you think about US healthcare, it's well known that US healthcare is significantly more expensive than most other parts of the world. The only real mechanisms for deflation have been generics. And biosimilars are an attempt to create that mechanism where in biologics, where the cost has escalated, as many folks know, much more rapidly. Our journey is to create an industry and to create a frontier where we're able to sustainably deliver those savings to the industry, to the stakeholders in the industry, and to patients.
Amneal is an over 20-year-old company based here in New Jersey in the United States and has been focused in the affordable medicines and generic space for the last 20 plus years. And so really drawing on that legacy of delivering affordable care to Americans. And now with the biosimilar portfolio launched, we've been able to move into the oncology space.
It is a very complex chain of activities for biosimilar manufacturing. So we are partnered with two esteemed companies, Kashiv Biosciences and MabScience, and we work with them over years, 7 years, to bring these 3 biologics to the market. We are working with more partners as well, and we look at partnership in the same purpose. So not just for 1 or 2 products, we do multiple products with them.
Amneal currently has 3 oncology biosimilars. Our therapeutic biosimilar in Alimsys is a bevacizumab product. Then we have 2 supportive care products in Releuko and Filnetra.
For nearly 2 decades, pharmacists across America have come to trust Amneal generics. That same trust continues not only for the company's complex retail generics, but its name brand biosimilars, injectables, and proprietary medicines. Amneal is committed to getting affordable oncology biosimilar products to cancer patients.
We certainly remember the time before biosimilars were in the market, and cancer care is very expensive. And so when patients have an insurance plan that requires them to have a cost share into that cancer care, sometimes they're making tough choices about what they can and cannot afford. And when the biosimilars came to market, these are products that have quality without sacrifice, but at that lower price point.
With a core of passionate and dedicated professionals, Amneal Pharmaceuticals helps lower the cost of bioscience medicines, stretching the healthcare dollar for all Americans.
The most important thing that we need to keep in mind, not just at this company, but in our industry at large, is patient access. I think we too often use patients as a consumer rather than someone who's actually making a choice. And I, for one, think we're trying very hard, and we need to continue to try to deliver value to the patient and to every kind of patient, whether they're uninsured, semi-insured, fully insured. The system makes it very hard to do it because there are disincentives built into our healthcare system to executing that. But I think that is the thing about which we are the most passionate. And if there's something that we have to be great at. That's the one.
I think another thing that we do really well is really focusing on the unmet needs in the marketplace, really understanding where patients and providers have pain points, and then helping to answer those needs or those pain points. I think one of the great ways that we do that is through our Pathways program, which is our patient and provider assistance and services program. So this is helping providers with reimbursement support, providing copay assistance to qualified patients, placement product for providers, as well as other services in that regard. We really kind of consider it to be wraparound services and really in support of our most important customers being the patients and the providers delivering the care.
Amneal's future is to be a #1 affordable medicine company in the United States and highly reputable and making a difference company in the global market as well. So that's Amneal's future.
So at Amneal, we are totally committed. And Amneal, we have only one goal, to be a purposeful, driven company where we can do so much for our employees and for the entire society.
Discover more about Amneal Pharmaceuticals and how they're leading in the manufacture and delivery of critical medicines to patients and pharmacies in all 50 states at amnealbiosciences.com. And for the best in biz news and views, visit our website, insidetheblueprint.com. Thanks for watching Inside the Blueprint. For more information on any of the products you saw today, or to find out how to become part of the show, please visit insidetheblueprint.com.